Hey guys, good evening. Good evening. It's few hours, probably like let's say 20 plus two, probably like 2 hours, 20 minutes to the open of another new week. I hope we all see this new week and I hope it will be profitable for us. So I'm here to share another pre-weekly analysis. I've not been sharing because I've been a little bit under the weather and I've been busy too. And I've been lazy dropping the videos because of the amount of feedbacks I get. Like because of the amount of feedbacks, I try my best to drop these videos and they don't get all the engagement I need, but it's fine for the culture. People that make use of it know how they make use of it. You get. So I would keep going for the sake of the people that are actually turning up for the videos. So I have these pairs to look at this week. I have six pairs here, but originally USD card, I don't have an entry on it. It's just a trade that I entered from last week, so I just kept it in my watch list to be able to look at it. So it's already far past entry, but I could have said if you saw an entry around this particular zone, you should buy, but price has already mitigated it. So I don't know. It might come down to my break even. I don't know because I'm seeing sales from this particular point breaking it below. Well, I'm not sure yet because XSX card is looking bullish, GBP card and the rest. So I don't know for now. So let's jump into the rest of the pairs. Card JPY, what am I looking out for? If you come to the weekly time frame, this is a new week, so you have every right to look at the new week time frame. This is a new week. If you look at it, it's still bullish. It's still bullish and it's tried reacting from here. I know that JPY pairs are fond of reacting from any resistance or support it comes across, but I don't really think price, I'm really soliciting for price to take out this high. If you look at the monthly time frame, you would see why I said that. I'm looking at price to highly take out this high, but I don't know yet because it's still looking bearish some kind of way. But let's keep seeing. In the weekly time frame, if you look at how I trade, there is a sweep here, first break, second break. If you use this line chart, you are going to see it well. I'm sorry for my voice. I think I caught cold. So yeah. So this is what I'm looking at. This is the unmodified order block. You can have something like this. Take your trades from here. Put your stop loss here. And put your take profit strictly on the high. Because you might just go up, tap well into the other block and sell strictly on the high. Or you wait for my own modified order block. I call it modified because JPY, they are fond of taking the lowest lows you get before move up, or taking the highest high before any move up. So I think, or I'm looking at price to really come down here to the weekly. I'm looking at price to, why is the network bad? In the weekly, I'm looking at price to come down here, then I take my buys. Let's look at it on the daily. Oh, why is the network bad? On the daily, there's nothing much. You will not see the price action well on the daily and on the 4 hours. I think it portrayed well on the weekly. So what I'm going to do, I'm not just taking my trades out of impulse. I'll wait for price to come to these zones, then I would search for entries on the 4 hours or 2 hours time frame. Probably if I see an entry, I might buy from here, put my stop loss below here, then target somewhere here or this high, anywhere. But I'm not going to be greedy with my positions on this trade because it's still looking bearish, very very bearish. So that's for card JPY. The next one, Euro NZD. Euro NZD, if you look at the weekly, if you look at the daily time frame, let's start from the weekly because it's a new week. If you look at the weekly time frame, I don't know, price is reacting from this zone, then I think it's clearly broke structure here and it came back to this other block here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying as much as possible to be fast because I have something to do. I just decided to drop and this pre-weekly analysis. So there is another block here. I don't know if you can see it. There's another block here. So price is in the other block. So as price is in the other block, on the daily you can see that there is also a break around here that is holding price. That's for the daily and the weekly. If you come down to the 4 hours, I mostly trade on the 4 hours. Although I'm still looking at this pair to be bearish, but I think because of my strategy playing out here, let me sharply mark it out. For the sake of people that have not been following our journey, there's a sweep here, first break, second break. So I'm expecting price to come down to this other block, and I'm definitely buying. And I'll still be strict with my take profits. Like I'm not greedy. I will not be greedy with my take profits. So it will be something like this. Putting, let me check if there's any way I can modify the entry. I think, there's no way. Because price might not want to really come down here. Sorry, price might not really want to come down to this other block here. It might want to start from here. So I think I'll pick this one. So 2.5 RR is not bad for this kind of trade. This Euro NZD is a very, very volatile pair. You might just tap in on Monday and go straight to take profit or stop loss. That is why I fuck with the pair. So the next one is CAD CHF. I'm trying as much as possible to be so fast. If you look at CAD CHF from the monthly time frame, you see that it's been on a downtrend, but all of a sudden it swept liquidity and there is another block, so it's trying to react from the other block. If you go to the weekly time frame, you see that there's been something like, let me show you. Although there's not a double break, just one break, but I think price used this as a structural liquidity. It did not necessarily break above here, but this is a structural liquidity. So I'm looking at price to come down here and pick up. But this is exactly the reason why I picked the trade. If you look at the daily time frame, and you use line charts to check it, you see that at the end of the day, price broke this high. If you are looking at it in terms of line charts, so that is why I repeat the trade, not because of the structural liquidity. So yeah, I'm buying this pair. Today, if market is open, I'm expecting price to just tap in here, and I'll take the buy immediately, and I might put my take profits. I can be generous with my take profit on this one. I can extend it a bit to somewhere here, but for emphasis, I just keep it on the high. That's for CAD, CHF, and all of these pairs, they are not really showing their self on 4 hours time frame, except you want to wait for price to tap there, and you wait for confirmations. You know how I trade: first break, second break, then liquidity, then tapping. But personally, I will not wait, because I've seen this setup play out a lot of times when I study about test. So this is for CAD CHF. Sorry I'm this fast. On gold, I'm not seeing anything for the first time now in a very long time. I'm looking at gold and I don't really know what price is doing. But I feel like gold is bearish. But I don't know. I don't really know. But silver is looking bullish. But gold is looking very bearish. So for silver, I think I saw something on silver. For silver, let me sharply mark it out. For silver, I think I'll be going for this setup. If you look here, you'd see first break, second break. It did not really break above, but if you use the line chart, you see that price broke above. So I'm waiting for price to come down here. That's for silver, but I did not really put it in my watch list because I'm not really sure. I'll look at it more before I can execute the trade. Then for Euro GBP, this pair can be very sluggish, but I think it finally wants to play out. For Euro GBP, if you look at it, you see that it has been bullish on the monthly. It has been consolidating, but more like bullish. On the daily, you see that there's a liquidity here, I'm sorry I'm this fast too. There's liquidity here. Price swept this liquidity and it's supposed to buy from here till probably here where you can sell. But as price went up, it came back. As price went up, it came back, sweeping below this liquidity again, like sweeping below this place again for an extra liquidity. So as price is coming down, if you look at the daily, you see that there is an order block there and there's a liquidity. And if you look at the daily time frame again, just how I trade, first break, second break, and price is coming down to, there's another block here on the 4 hours. If you look at the 4 hours, there's another block here where price is reacting from. So on this trade, not to talk much, on this trade, this is the type of trade where I do as market is opening and buying. So on this Euro GBP, if market is opening and buying the pair, I might put my stop loss below here. Then I'm targeting this high. I can target this high. But like I want to get something out of the market on this trade because it's my buy for a very long time. I might target this high, I might target any high. Just find any place responsible to put your take profits. So yeah, this is it for this week's weekly analysis. Make the best out of the market. Don't over leverage, don't over trade. Bless you. Peace out.